Hello friend, welcome to my video. So this is just a quick one. As mentioned in the last one, if you've seen it, this is the new INDY head from The Last Crusade on a body from, I think this one's the one that came in the first wave, or it might be the one that came with the idol and the little podium thing, but they're pretty much the same figure anyway. So basically it's a classic look, no tie, full regalia INDY. He's been matte sprayed up. I also weathered him, before the matte spray, I weathered him very lightly with the weathering powder. Got a video on that if you're interested, so you can go and check it out. Very easy to do and not at all scary. And then all I did was popped this chap's head off and popped it on this fella. Now, I'm pretty sure, although I have pulled quite a few figures apart in the last few months, but I'm pretty sure that that is just the neck that came with this figure, and it works with this head. I had to heat him up with the hairdryer a bit because the peg was very resistant to go in, but it is a bit chilly here today, and plastic doesn't like chilly. To be fair, anytime I'm doing any sort of swapping or customising or modding, the hairdryer is always one of my favourite tools. Whether it's this scale or 1/6 scale, if you heat the plastic up before you do anything, it makes it much easier and you're a lot less likely to break anything, which can happen, particularly if you live in a cold climate or it's the winter where you are. You start pulling things apart when it's brittle or cold, and that's when you could, make a crack or have a breakage. So yeah, as I said, the ultimate INDY, shall we say? I mean, sounds a bit grand, doesn't it? But I do think he's turned out very nicely. So just a light weathering with the weathering powders. Please see the other video for information. And he's got the spear here, which is from the 112 Constantine figure. Got a video on that as well, so check that out if you want to. It's a very nice figure, but I think INDY looks really good holding the spear. And the neck is a really good colour match, and it's perhaps just the tiniest bit less wide at the top. So if you turn him right round and get the right angle, there's a tiny bit of gappage, but it holds on there really well, poses really nicely, does the job very well. And as I said, this is such a cool figure. I love the movable hat. You know, it's going to be great for toy photography and just different attitudes and looks on your man there. Very cool indeed. So yeah, so what you'd need is you'd need to buy your Last Crusade INDY, and you need to buy the original Wave INDY or the INDY that came with the Escape the Temple set. That's what it was called, wasn't it? With the idol grab bits and stuff. And swapsies, and you're good to go. So make sure you use a hairdryer, or if you're not a hairdryer person, just some boiled water in a little ice cream tub or a mug with a figure this size. Just pop him in, leave him for, 15-20 seconds, and then it'll all pop apart really nicely. It'll make it easy for you to get things put together. Make sure you've got a tea towel handy if you're doing it in the boiled water method, because it's easy to burn your hands. So safety first. Don't come, suing me when you've burnt your hand, because I ain't got no money. You have to just take all the figures away. So yeah, that's my ultimate INDY. It's definitely my favourite sculpt. He's had a matte spray, so he's a little bit less shiny than this INDY, but I think he looks great. And if you wanted just one INDY figure, fair enough, you'd have to buy two, but then you could sell the parts from the other one on eBay, and I dare say you'd make an easy tenner or so. So it's not too bad in terms of a price outlay to put together what could be your perfect Indiana Jones figure. Really nice sculpt. Hasbro did a bang up job on these. They've just got better and better as the line's gone on, and I've got to hand it to them. One thing to note is when you're heating up the heads, ready to do swapsies, The brim particularly on the hat becomes very soft and pliable, and when you're pushing the head on, pulling the head off, it might look like it's been distorted. You might get, oh dear me, I've messed up my hat. It'll be alright. As it cools down, it will just go back to its original position, and if for any reason it doesn't, give it another tiny little heat and then just hold it where you want it as the plastic cools down, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, it's possibly the last of the Indiana Jones figures from Hasbro, which is a shame, but I'm very glad we got what we got. I never thought we'd get such cool indie figures in this scale. And we didn't do too bad overall. We got a good range. Short Round's one of my favourites, definitely. He turned out really nicely. You going to stand for me, Shorty? He's a good lad. So yeah, here we are. There will be more videos coming. Probably not Indiana Jones related, unfortunately. But I can't help but buy toys, so we'll see what comes along next. And yeah, it's been a really fun few months collecting these. Not something that I thought would happen, but very pleasantly surprised it did. And I thank you guys all for watching. It's been, you know, been great putting these little videos out and sharing them. And everyone who's watched, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you very soon, depending on what I buy next. We shall see. I have got on pre-order the in-art Gandalf 1/6 scale figure, which looks beautiful. I know that they're coming out in dribs and drabs very slowly because I guess they're so detailed and so nicely made by the look of it. It takes a long time to finish each figure, if you think about, you know, the amount of work on the hair and the beard alone. So when he comes in, I've had him pre-ordered for yonks. Ooh, over a year, I think. When he comes in, I'll do a video on him because that'll be fun. And we'll see how he turns out. And I've got a couple of custom projects I'm still working on. So when they're done, perhaps we'll have a look at them as well. But anyway, as I said, appreciate you guys watching. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having fun. If you're on the toilet, on a train, at work hiding, good on you. Always do sort of 50 to 60%. And then they think that's your 100%. And then they don't want too much of you. That's my tip. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be nice to each other because it's free. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.